Yes guys, what's going on? Hashtag Shuri here. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today guys, I've got quite a special video for you. As you'll see by the title, we have got some 30-0 custom tactics for you guys. A lot of you guys have been asking for the kind of tactics I've been using so far this year. And yeah, with me hitting 30-0 in the last weekend league that I did, I thought this was a perfect chance to do the video. And we'll go to the leaderboards now. I just opened my rewards. They should already be uploaded, or they'll be uploaded the day after this video. I'm not too sure just yet. But yeah, you'll see here, we finished second in the world. So, you know, these are second in the world custom tactics for you guys. So I thought I'd just show you guys through my tactics and let you know the kind of things that I've been using and that I've found have worked so far in this game. And yeah, guys, with these custom tactics, hopefully you can use a few of these little tips and hopefully they can get you a few more wins in your weekend league, that kind of thing. That would be ideal from this video, wouldn't it? That'd be what we'd want. So yeah, I'll quickly show you guys the team that I use as well. So this is the team I've been using, guys, but it has changed around quite a bit at the moment because basically we had our qualifiers and we have restrictions for the qualifiers, but then recently the qualifiers have ended now and we've got another set of restrictions, so I'm just using a bit of a better team now. So to finish off the weekend league, I used Kante instead of Sissoko. I bought Courtois instead of Areola for the end of the weekend league. But yeah, obviously this is one of the best teams in the game, guys, but at the same time, you know, I'd say this team is relatively affordable for people who've grinded the game, bar Hullet and Ronaldo. You know, if Ronaldo's Son and Hullet is, I don't know, Sissoko or something like that, I'd say it's not, you know, the priciest team in the world. But then, you know, Mbappe and Neymar could be, I don't know, like Rashford and Martial or something for a lot of you guys, I imagine. But yeah, guys, this video is not about the team. It's more about the custom tactics, which we will get into right now. And I'll show you guys the kind of formations that I've been using, the kind of tactics. So, let's get straight into it, boys. So guys, we'll get into the custom tactics now, and as you can see here, we've got the first one being defensive, which I'll click on in a second here. I'll just quickly explain. Defensive is always the one that I switch to right off the start. So whenever I'm playing a FUT Champs game or whenever I'm playing a qualifier game, defensive is always the one that I like to use. It's just the one I'm most comfortable with. Obviously, defensive could be any sort of tactics, but yeah, the defensive is the one that I like to switch to. So we'll get right into the tactics that I use on defensive. So guys, defensive here is my first formation that I like to use, my ideal preferred formation. And yeah, the first thing we'll talk about here is drop back. Now, there is a new patch that's come out recently, but drop back was what I used for the last weekend league, so I thought I'd keep it as this. But I am going to try a bit of balanced and a bit of drop back and just see which one I'm preferring. But on the previous patch, drop back was the ideal thing to use because, yeah, it was just the main meta. Every pro kind of used it. There was only a few that didn't use it. But yeah, I would advise trying drop back. I'd also advise now with the new patch, try and balance and seeing which one you guys kind of like. But yeah, as we all know, the meta with drop back has been very strong so far in this FIFA. With the width being on 6 as well, one thing I'd like to touch on that is that I like using my wingers. So I know it's only on 6, so it's only one more, but I don't want them too far out wide to the point where I don't have anyone when, you know, I'm attacking with my cam. If my wingers are just stuck out wide, then obviously, you know, I'm not going to create any chances. So I have it on 6 for them to be a little bit wide, but at the same time, they can come inside as well for when I'm near the box, sort of in the middle, when I've got Messi at cam and R9 up front. I need Mbappe and Neymar to come in a little bit. The depth on 4, to be honest, the depth is not too deep, I would say, to talk about. It's just something that I'm very comfortable with for depth. A lot of the pros you'll see using sort of 4, 3 depth, maybe 5 as well. I just say with depth, you're looking for like a quite balanced one. You're only going to really see crazy depth if someone's going for an ultra defensive formation or a full-on attacking formation. You'll see the depth come up or way down the other way. But when you're using just defensive, I would just say 4 or 5 depth is something like that. You're just looking for a balanced depth, basically. And with the offensive style as well, we're just going with balanced. It's obviously long ball, fast build-up, possession. But yeah, fast build-up is something you guys will see in my later custom tactics in the other formations. But yeah, balanced offensively is just what I want to use for my normal formation. Because yeah, I would say for any one of you guys, if you're looking for just a very balanced formation, you're looking to use the most kind of balanced things. So as you'll see by the formation that I use shortly, which is the 4-2-3-1, it's just something that has been in the pro game for many years as the most comfortable sort of formation. So yeah, width on 5 here, just pretty standard stuff. And the players in box, corners and free kicks, I have the corners on 2 as opposed to 3 because counter-attacking is big this year. Because, you know, it's harder to score goals this year because people sit back and drop back all the time. So yeah, the last thing you want is whipping in a corner and you've got it on 3. And yeah, you get absolutely exposed and you concede because of a counter attack. So I have the corners on 2 just to be safe. Basically get my strikers in there and stuff, and that's all I'm really too bothered about. So yeah, the players in box on 4 as well is just something where I'm not looking to get caught out too much. As long as I've got R9 in the box and I've got Messi, and you know, for a lot of you guys who are using players like Martial and Rashford, they're the kind of players that you just want to have in the box. You don't want your midfielders getting into the box too much, because then if someone else gets the ball back, you will just get absolutely exposed, and it's as simple as that. So guys, on the defensive formation, you'll see here I'm using the 4-2-3-1 formation. As I touched on before, very much used by the pros. The sort of meta with the pros this year is 4-4-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2-2, which I would say a more attacking player might use the 4-2-2. And then as well, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. It's always been a strong formation in FIFA, and it always will be, just for the fact that it's very good for ping-pong passing between your cam and your strikers. And yeah, you can create a lot of chances with that. So people who tend to be unreal at attacking like to use the 4-1-2-1-2. But anyway, this is about the 4-2-3-1. And, you know, as I said before, I mentioned before with this tactic, it's all very balanced. My 2 CDMs with Hullet and Kante, I have them on stay back while attacking, just because on this game, as soon as someone breaks through your centre defensive midfielders, it's very hard to defend as soon as they've played it into that striker through your CDMs. So I like having my CDMs there in front of my centre backs, and with them being Hullet and Kante, obviously, you know, I do a nice bit of defending with them because they're very good players on the game. I have Hullet on cover centre and I have Kante on cover wing, so I like to have one player on cover centre, one player on cover wing, just to have both of them areas covered. Yeah, both the fullbacks as well I have on stay back while attacking. That's quite a standard thing within FIFA, to be honest. Again, with it being my normal formation, I don't want to get absolutely counter-attacked easily if my fullbacks are just bombing forward. So I like having them on stay back while attacking. And then the rest of the team you'll see is pretty balanced here. I just have it all on sort of basic. R9 I have them getting behind because I'm looking to do, you know, sometimes I want to do a long through ball from the halfway line or something like that, where R9's making that running behind. So that's why I have them on getting behind. And yeah, that is the end of the defensive formation, guys. So we'll get into my ultra defensive formation now. So guys, as you'll see by this one, this is my ultra defensive. And yeah, we're looking at these and thinking, okay, park the bus. But I think every pro will have this set up. And, you know, I'd advise it to you guys as well. You're going to need a formation where, you know, you might have a game where you're just really under the cosh, you're winning by 1 goal, and you need to close out that last bit of the game, so you just want everyone to come back. Now, I wouldn't actually advise that always is the best tactic, because you do invite a lot of pressure when you do it, but at the same time, if you're on these sort of tactics and you manage to get out of the opponent's press, you can just keep the ball so easily. So I would advise this kind of formation if you guys are holding out a lead. But I definitely wouldn't advise it from the start of a game or something, because it will be hard for you to create chances the whole time. So yeah, 4 width here. I don't want the width to be too, you know, a lot of people might have it on 1 width or whatever like that, but I wouldn't want it on 1, because then people could get down my wings so easily, and a lot of chances in FIFA this year especially come from the wings and like playing driven passes into the box and things like that. So I'd advise the width on 4, depth on 1 for obvious reasons. This is an ultra defensive formation, boys. We need it as far back as possible. But I can't say I switch this too often, to be honest. It'll only be if I'm maybe not feeling as confident in a pro game and I'm looking out to close out a game. And yeah, there's kind of similar kind of thing here with the offense as well. Width is quite balanced for the same reasons. I don't want my players to be too cut inside the middle, or then people can just get down my wings too easily. Players in the box on 1, corners on 1, free kicks on 1. As I explained before in my other formation, the last thing I'm doing in my ultra defensive formation is getting counter attack. So I'm making sure there's as little players forward as possible. And when we get into the instructions here, this is still a 4-2-3-1 that I use, guys. But basically I have everyone on comeback on defense. So yeah, it's quite a, you know, people might frown upon this kind of formation, but at the same time, I feel like you need one if you're having a game where you're struggling towards the end, but you've got the lead. So it's literally everyone on comeback. The CDMs are on stay back while attacking, and still 1 on cover wing and 1 on cover center. And yeah, the fullbacks are on stay back while attacking as well. Pretty normal formation, to be honest. You'll see a lot of pros have this set up. But yeah, I definitely advise it, but definitely wouldn't advise to use it all the time in a game, only if you're trying to close out a game. So guys, onto the more important formations, I would say, for custom tactics. We're looking at attacking formations. So attacking formations that you're looking to switch to if, you know, you might even be drawing a game and you want to switch to an attacking formation just because you're not opening the opponent up, nothing's working, so you want to switch formation. Or obviously when you're down a few goals, you're looking to get a bit more aggressive on the opponent. So firstly, we'll touch on having press after possession loss, which is something that works very well in professional games, I would say, because, you know, people get very used to the sort of drop back meta or balance meta of this game where your players don't press people too much. But when you do press after possession loss and you switch to it, all of a sudden your players are just going to start coming at them a lot quicker. And as you'll see by the little graphic here on the right, the way that it works is literally as soon as you lose possession, all your players are going to come crowding in at someone. And it means you can win the ball back high up the pitch a lot. And you'll score goals that, you'll get the ball back and you didn't realise you were going to score. So the width on 6th and depth on 6th, as I mentioned before, the depth has got to come up when you're using an attacking formation. I'm not looking to sit back the whole time, because if they've got the ball and my depth is low, it means that my team isn't going to be able to push forward and get the ball. So the width on 6 as well, again, with it being the attacking formation, it's still what I'm quite used to, so I have that the same as my normal formation. But obviously, with the ultra attacking sort of press after possession loss kind of thing, it means my players are going to bomb forward more kind of thing. So with fast build-up on this formation, guys, which, by the way, is the 4-2-2, which I'll get into in a second, I'm looking to get my team forward quicker when I win the ball back. Obviously, if I'm chasing the game and I'm chasing goals, I'm looking to get the ball up the pitch really quick. So fast build-up is something I would advise for that point. But when you're using fast build-up, you've got to be careful, because you've got to make sure that you're kind of keeping up with your players going forward. If all your players bomb forward and you haven't passed it forward quick enough, you're going to end up being with your CDMs, for example, and not have any options going forward. So you need to make sure that you are passing it forward relatively quickly to make sure that you get the ball up the pitch. But yeah, the width on 6, again, it's just I need a bit of width out wide, because I like to use the wings a lot. I like to drive down the wings to then, do a driven pass across the box. That works very well in this FIFA, so that's why I like to have the width wide. Players in box on 6, corners on 3, free kicks on 3. This is literally me just saying I need to get more of my players forward at this point of the game. With attacking formations, a lot of the time in FIFA, guys, you're going to have to accept the fact that some games it's not going to work. Some games, because you're pushing players out of position so much, people just are potentially going to score on you. But at the same time, you're looking to choke them in with a formation like this. So that's why, you've just got to commit to the fact that you've got to put more players forward. And if you get counter-attacked, then that's something that's just going to happen. So with the 4-2-2, guys, I would definitely advise this as a formation to use when you're down goals, just as an attacking formation. Even if you're just an attacking player, and we're talking about when you start a game from 0-0, 4-2-2 is one of them formations that is very good for attacking. It's got a great balance to it. It's just like the cams as the wingers, and then you've still got 2 strikers that you can do sort of 1-2s with. Just works absolutely amazing. Okay, guys, so into the player instructions on my attacking formation. I still have the CDMs on stay back while attacking, just because it's just what I'm used to on this game. And at the end of the day, this attacking formation is still a formation that I'm switching to thinking that I'm going to win the game. A lot of the time, ultra attacking, which we'll get into the next one, is where you are literally just going absolutely all out, and it's probably a game where you're down maybe 2-3 goals and you're really struggling and you're just hoping for an absolute miracle. Whereas this one is one that I might switch to even if I'm down 1 goal and I'm just not playing very well in my 4-2-3-1, which it can be quite locked down sometimes. I'm looking to just switch to attacking formation. This is what I'm going for. So my cams are just on balanced, but my strikers are on getting behind as well. As I mentioned before, I'm looking to do 1-2s with my striker, play some wide through balls down the line, kind of get them in behind, as it says, in the custom tactic. But yeah, still cover center on one of the CDMs, and then the left back and the right back I still have on stay back while attacking, because I'm not looking to absolutely blow out with this formation. This is just where I'm looking to sort of progress forward in a game if I'm struggling to score a goal kind of thing. So I definitely advise this as a formation for you guys to give a go. So guys, into the final formation of the video, and this is the formation, boys, where you're just looking to absolutely blow out. You're down a few goals in a game, and you're hoping for an absolute miracle, basically. So
I never need to use this because I'm never losing.
Harry's just been in the room chilling, never losing. But yeah, guys, this is a formation where we're just looking to absolutely blow out. So as you'll see here, press after possession loss. And the reason that I don't have constant pressure is because in the in-game thing, guys, you can do down on the D-pad, and then I think it might be left on the D-pad to then get team press on. And team press is basically the exact same as constant pressure. So I don't have constant pressure here because you can just set it to that in the game. Press after possession loss, as I mentioned before, is absolutely amazing on this game for when you lose the ball high up the pitch on your end. They're trying to pass it around the back, and all of a sudden your players will just absolutely come at them. It's only if a player plays smart and kicks it out wide or something that they get out of your choke kind of thing. But hopefully we're not looking for that to happen, if that makes sense, guys. So yeah, the width on 8, the depth on 8, we are just looking to absolutely bomb forward at this point.
I'm about to go to Sainsbury's. Put your orders in the comments.
And so guys, the fast build-up, again, for obvious reasons, we're looking to get the ball forward really quickly. This is not going to be a formation where you guys have got time to sort of slowly build up your attack. This has got to be, you've just got to go for it. You got to, obviously you still want to think about what you're doing. You don't just want to ping pong pass it to the point where you're not even thinking about a pass. But at the same time, it's got to be quick. You've got to make quick decisions with this formation and get forward. So the width on 8 as well. With the width on 8, I'm looking for my wingers to be really out wide at this point, because if you're going to stretch defenses, this is how you're going to do it. You don't want to do it... If you're going to do just passes all in the midfield, like, it's going to be harder. And another reason for this as well is this is a 4-1-2-1-2 diamond formation, so it's the narrow. So, obviously, there's not too much width to this formation, so if I put the width on wide, a few of my players are going to get a bit further out wide, which is going to work out well for me. But yeah, the players in box, the corners, the free kicks, all high up. It's exactly what we're looking for, because we're just going to absolutely go at the opponent at this point. So yeah, guys, the instructions for these, we've got the strikers on getting behind. We've got Messi on stay forward. Literally, I need my attacking players to just stay forward at this point. I'm forgetting about defending. If I start conceding more, you've got to go for it in a FIFA game at least. One thing I'll advise, guys, is there's no point coming out of a game saying, oh, I lost by 1. You know, I was close. I really was close. Once, you know, you're down by 2 or 3 goals, I feel like you've just got to go for it in FIFA, because there is that chance. There is that chance that the opponent is so pressured by what you're doing that you end up winning the game. And then, you know, you're absolutely buzzing by that. But, you know, if you're getting closed out by an opponent, you're 2-3-0 down and you just stay on your normal formation, and you know it's not working, you don't make any changes, you're probably not going to score. It's as simple as that. You need to change something in the game, so that's why I'd advise going to this sort of attacking formation. But yeah, with the 4-1-2-1-2 going forward, guys, I'm looking to do 1-2s between my cam and my strikers, get the ball forward as quickly as possible, and hopefully bang in some goals. The CMs I've got all on just basically balanced attack, so I'm not asking them to stay back while attacking, but at the same time, there is still a chance that you win a game with this formation, so I don't want them all completely just staying forward, because then I actually will have no one in defense. Then I actually just will lose the game, which is why I still have my fullbacks on stay back while attacking on this, because I don't really use my fullbacks too much, and if I want to use my fullbacks, I can obviously just bomb forward with them myself. I don't need to, you know, I don't need them to come forward for me. I can just bomb them up the pitch myself, so it's as simple as that. But yeah, guys, those are my 30-0 custom tactics. Hopefully you guys found that enjoyable, insightful into what a pro likes to use. Again, I would advise 4-2-3-1, 4-2-2-2, 4-1-2-1-2, or 4-4-2. Well, guys, the camera ran out of battery a second there, so that's just not fantastic. But hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, drop a like and also subscribe. Comment down below as well if you guys use these custom tactics, if it improved your weekend league results or anything like that. Hopefully there's a few little tips in here that you guys can take forward and put into your game. But yeah, the main thing I was touching on, watch back your own gameplay, watch pro gameplay, and just see the kind of things that they're doing, and also look at the own mistakes you're making and try to improve on them, boys. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, boys. Until the next one, don't forget to hashtag it.